Hello my lovelies, this is BL Fanalits and today I'm coming at you with a video that I've been meaning to make for the longest time. If you are a hardcore BL fan like me, then you are simply not satisfied by just watching BL movies and dramas. You make time in your busy schedule to read BL novels, mangas, webtoons and watch animes and donghwas. So I thought of branching out a little bit today and share my top 10 favorite BL novels of all time. I have kept a mix of Chinese, Korean and Japanese, but more of these will be Chinese as we all know mostly Chinese BL novels get translated in English. Before I start with the video, let me get a quick disclaimer out of the way. Some of these novels have mature themes and may contain dupe-con and non-con scenarios, so please read at your own discretion. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation is a Chinese Danmei novel series which contains 3 volumes. This book can be described as one of the best BL novels of all time. This novel was published in 2016 and since then has garnered a cult following amongst BL fans. Chinese romance series The Untamed is inspired by this book. This novel, however, is yaoi, while the drama series was censored and classed as bromance. I have reread this book a couple of times because I love the stark contrast between the character of the ML and the MC. On one side we have the quick-witted, foul-mouthed Wei Wuxian and on the other side we have silent, brooding, disciplined Lanjan. Both ML and MC are equally powerful and scary, so if you are into power bottom stories then this is the one for you. Psy is literally my all-time favorite novel. I tend to gravitate more towards stories in a modern setting, so this one is perfect for me. It's a young adult coming-of-age novel about 2 high school boys who come to love and care for one another through various ups and downs of life. This is a story of 2 broken individuals who meet and complete each other. There were moments in this story where I cried tears of helplessness for the ML situation. I won't get too deep into it, but if you have a family member who has special needs, then you should definitely read this novel. When Jancheng was told to return to a family that he never knew or had a relationship with, he had never expected to end up meeting a young girl and eventually her seemingly roguish brother Gufei as a first encounter in the new city. Addicted is truly a novel for the Fujoshi. It gives you everything from heart-wrenching love to passion to hatred. Both the books in this series are equally entertaining and gripping. The chemistry and sexual tension between the ML and MC grows with each chapter. The book is really long, but that is typical of most Chinese novels. Not once during the entire book was I bored. Each chapter is more entertaining than the previous. The web drama Addicted does not cover even the quarter of the first book, so if you are a fan of Guhei and Bai Loyin like me, then do read the 2 books because you will fall even more in love with them after reading the books. Pastel Colors is the fluffiest, sweetest, most gorgeous BL novel I've ever read. This is such a feel-good comfort novel for me. It's pretty short so you can complete it in a day or 2. Both the ML and MC talk a lot through their feelings and their communication with each other is amazing. They also get together pretty quickly, which is a rare happening in BL novels. This book is honestly like a warm hug on a cold rainy day. Songran is an illustrator for children's books. He has pastel arts, a pastel personality and a pastel life. One day he met 4-year-old Boo Boo. Boo Boo and his father, who has an A+ for success, wealth and looks, but a F- for childcare, stumble into Songran's world just like that. When fairy tales meet a lonely child, when warm-toned 8012A meets cool-toned 8012B, this is a story about family and love. Picked Up in Winter is a different kind of story because the ML is autistic. So many of his actions, words and mannerisms will not make sense to you at first, but when the MC slowly starts bonding with him, you will realize how loving, caring and affectionate the ML is. This story has a lot of angst, but it's very gripping with a beautiful happy ending. I love the side characters and the ML's family too. This is a Korean novel, so the writing flair is a little different too. You will enjoy reading this. One day, an unknown suffocating feeling leads Hagil to run away from home in the midst of studying. Sitting on a bench in Wupyong with nowhere to go, Hagil meets eyes with Jeonyoung. Not wanting to return home, he takes on Jeonyoung's offer and goes home with the other. Jeonyoung calls him happy, and Jeonyoung's family members also accept him as such. Due to Jeonyoung's unusually taking care of him and even introducing him to his friends as his pet, Hagil realizes that something is weird. Okay, Hako no Naka has a cult following amongst people who love reading BLs with dark themes. This Japanese yaoi novel has a heart-wrenching story. The novel is so gripping that once you start reading, you will not be able to stop, no matter how difficult the subject matter is. This story had a deep effect on me. It made me think of people who have gone through so much in life but still have a smile on their face while we complain and crib over the smallest of things. If you want to read only one novel from this list, then read this one. You won't regret it. Dono has been falsely convicted of molesting a woman on a train. He serves time in a group cell in prison, surrounded by inmates who are all suspicious in some way. Just as Dono's distrust of people reaches its peak, he is saved by the innocent kindness of his cellmate Kitagawa. For Kitagawa, who is imprisoned as a murderer, this is the first time in his life that he feels the emotion of love. Yes, No, Maybe Half is a hilarious and relatable story that mirrors how most of us are in our public and private life. We often have to pretend to be someone we are not during work hours, like be more sociable, smile more, show that you're up for any challenge, while on the inside we might feel completely opposite of that. What if someone sees through that facade and confronts the real you? Funeda K is a popular young TV announcer whose public and private personas are so different they might be called extreme. Outside, he is the picture of perfection, affectionately nicknamed the Prince. Inside, he's constantly cursing at all of the incompetents around him. Of course, no one knows the secret of his. One day, Kei meets the stop-motion animation artist Suzuki Yoshio for a work assignment and unfortunately runs into him later while he is in his off mode. Luckily, Suzuki doesn't recognize him in his worn-out sweats and a face mask. But as compensation for injuries to Suzuki's arm, Kei gets roped into helping him out with his work. Okay, I would recommend you only delve into Changjinju if you like reading historical BLs with complex characters and heavy politics. This was a difficult read, I'm not gonna lie, but I really loved it. Both ML and MC are strong, manipulative characters whose profound hate for each other is also what brings them close and makes them obsessed with each other. The romance is slow burn, but when they finally get together, you will definitely scream your lungs out. If you are a patient reader, then I highly recommend this one. Lu Tianyi is the infamous Chinese author who is sadly sentenced to 10 years in jail for writing homoerotic fiction. I'm a big fan of her simple, relatable writing that always comes with a fun twist. This is one such novel that is simple, drama-free but with a spooky twist. Short, rich and handsome, Lin Ferran was always the center of attention. But after transferring schools in his second year of high school, he discovered that his limelight was snatched by his Adonis classmate Gu Kaifeng. Lin Ferran was very resentful and he and Gu Kaifeng became arch nemesis. Although the two lived together, they were like strangers. When Lin Ferran went back home to attend his grandfather's funeral, he accidentally inherited the yin-yang eyes that had been passed down from generation to generation. After gaining the ability to see ghosts, the timid Lin Ferran discovered that his 2-person dormitory was actually a 16-person ghost room. Every day he was scared to the point of collapsing. The more aggravating thing is that because of Gu Kaifeng's innate body constitution, he possessed an abundant amount of yang energy. Lin Ferran found out that whenever he touched Gu Kaifeng's yang energy could temporarily disable his yin-yang eyes. Lin Ferran had no choice but to throw himself into his arch nemesis's embrace. This complete reversal in attitude to being intimate with Gu Kaifeng persisted every day from morning till night. Last but not the least, Lawless Gangster. This is a novel which is perfect for my taste. It does not feature a cotton candy happy world. It does not feature an imaginary setting. This novel is real, probably way too real. This novel features the world of gangsters and how difficult it is for someone who wants out. This is a novel for people who have fallen in love at first sight with a person who will never reciprocate that love to you. The strong urge to protect the person you love who doesn't want to be protected by you is one of the most heartbreaking feelings in the world. What was meant to be a quick breakage of their siblings' relationship brought about a lingering memory of Shaoli's piercing gaze imprinting itself in Shi Chi-wan's heart. Several encounters later, friendship was the underlying word to start off their relationship. Yet, for Shi Chi-wan, it had always been something more, something stronger. So these were 10 BL novels that I highly recommend reading. I have a lot more recommendations, but I will make a part 2 based on how well this video does. I am also always looking for BL novel recommendations, so please give me your recommendations in the comment section below. For more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification so you don't miss a video from me. I will see you all in my next video very soon. Love you. Bye.